Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christine, and today I'm going to share all the things that I've been sewing lately. Before we dive in, I just wanted to share I'm wearing my Manhattan. This is a dress that I made. I don't know if I ever showed this on YouTube, but this is my Manhattan dress pattern. It's one of my free patterns that you can get. I'll drop the link below. But I love this one. It's this pretty butterfly cotton that I had gotten think about a year ago or so, and I finally made it up into a dress not too long ago, and I've been wearing it so much because it's so easy just to throw on and it feels really cool. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is my most recent make. I just finished it the other day, and it's this really fun silk. Let me just close the button here. It's a silk organza little popover top that I made. I think I had shown the fabric in my fabric haul video, and I was saying how I made a Baxter top, which is like one of my patterns. It's an oversized shirt. And I wore it so much last year. So I kind of love this idea of having a sheer overlay because you can dress cool without necessarily showing a ton of skin. So in some situations, it just feels really like comfortable. And so I made this one. This is a silk organza that I got. It was gifted from Minerva up in the UK, and it's beautiful. It was really, really nice to sew with. It surprisingly is not slippery at all. Because it has so much body, it was pretty easy to sew with. So this is my Minetta top. It also comes in a dress version. I had originally made it as a dress, and then when I tried it on as a dress, it just looked, I don't know, it looked like pajamas, I think is what ultimately was wrong with it. And so I chopped it and I made it a shirt, and I love it. And I think that the organza works really well with the lines. So I pair it back to black, and then you can really see the stitching lines. I did French seams. And then for the hem, I was trying to decide how to finish the hem. And I ended up just doing, because I was like, should I slip stitch it by hand? Should I do a machine, like a machine blind hem? But I ended up just doing a top stitch. And I think it works pretty well. I think it kind of follows the lines. So also on the very back, so normally this pattern has a neck facing, but I just did a little bias finish on the neck. And then for the center back, I just kind of did a makeshift fold under the raw edges, and I just stitched it all the way up for my opening. And that worked really well. So, and I think it kind of preserves the lines of the garment, which I think are so fun when I wear it back to black. You can kind of see the bustier line. And I'm really, really happy with the way this one turned out. I think it's kind of it's a special piece, but it's not, when I've worn it, I don't feel like I'm overly dressed up. It's just like something a little bit of a wow without being like overdressed. Okay, the next one I want to show you is something I upcycled from a men's shirt. So this is my Cooper lingerie set pattern. And I had this shirt for quite a while. It's an etro shirt, and I may have shown it in a fabric haul video. I finally sewed with it. I finally did it. And I'm so happy with the way it turned out. So this was a men's shirt that I just chopped up and was able to make it into, these are like a little sleep short. I love them. They do have like the lined crotch and everything. So they fit like an underwear, but this is a woven. You can make them in woven fabric. It's kind of like a hybrid between like a short and underwear. I really, really love them to sleep in. So I had enough fabric to do everything except the waistband. So I cut the waistband out of just a black scrap of fabric that I had. And then you do all the lace. So the pattern comes with videos showing how to do all of these, like the mitered corners and the lace techniques. And then I used the little buttons that were on, there was one on each of the end of the collar to hold the collar down. And then there were some on the cuffs. And so I salvaged the tiny buttons and did them down the front of the little underwear. And then I also did them down the front of the cami. So the cami is cut on the bias, so it fits really nicely. And I decided I had a little bit of the lace. This is the same lace, if you can believe it or not. So I had a little bit left over, and I was like, I'm gonna put that down the center front. I really like the way it looks. And then where the points met, I had just enough buttons that I was like, well, I'm gonna put the buttons there to kind of finish off those little corners. And yeah, I love, love, love it. It's very dramatic, I feel like, and kind of moody, the fabric with the black. And then the back has this really low V with the crisscross straps, which I love, love, love. So, so happy with this set. It's so fun the way it turned out. And yeah, I absolutely, absolutely love, love, love this one. Okay, the next one I want to show you is a dress that I made for, I signed officially my citizenship papers. So I'm officially Spanish now, which is really fun. So I wanted a special dress to wear to the appointment. And so I made this, which I think I showed the fabric in my last fabric haul video. It's like I would say a brocade with the little gold specks running through it. So this is my, now I can't remember the name of this pattern. It's the Maiden Lane pattern that I launched last summer, which is, I love this dress. It's a really, really easy to wear dress. It has a side seam zipper and, no, side seam zipper here. And yeah, it's just a puff sleeve. It comes with a couple different options for sleeves and a flare version for the skirt. But I paired it with, I have a nude pair of Celine pumps and my little Fendi bag, and I felt really special and dressed up for my appointment. So yeah, it was really nice to have a special dress. I was surprised that I was like the only person that was dressed up. I couldn't believe it. I was like, does no one else think this is a big deal? I was like really dressed up, and I think I was like the only American. So I'm like, well, at least I'm representing America really well. But I couldn't believe that people just were coming into this appointment in like sweats and just, so yeah, it was really surprising, but I felt really good in my dress. The next teeny little project I made is this bookmark out of a scrap of linen that I have. So it's 2 layers of linen. Each layer has a fusible interfacing, just the lightweight knit interfacing that I normally use like in my facings and everything. So it is nice, it has some stability, but I did some embroidery on it. This person loves to read, and we had a conversation about kind of going with the flow and how life brings things to us and flows them away, and kind of just trusting in the process. So I decided to embroider this little bookmark as just a little gift. Okay, so speaking of embroidery, I made this little nightgown out of a vintage sheet, and I loved, loved, loved the crochet. I think it's crochet lace that was done all along the top of the sheet, but it did have just a little stain. And so what I decided to do is just do some pleats to cover the stain. And then I still got to use the fun, beautiful trim on the bottom. And then I thought, well, I kind of love the vintage look. And so I added a little bit of embroidery along the yoke. And I actually have a full stitch along, I would say, of doing these 3 embroidery stitches. So this is just 3 really easy stitches you can do. There's a back stitch that does the leaves. These are French knots, and then these are a lazy daisy that forms the flowers. And this is actually my pattern, the Mott lounge set, which has the nightgown, top, and shorts. It comes with 3 embroidery patterns. So you get this embroidery pattern, and then there's 2 others that come along with it, plus the sew along video, so you can do your own embroidery if you're interested. I love, love, love the way this came out. I think it's really sweet. I added just a tiny bit of trim there. And yeah, this one is a really sweet little nightgown. So then I have a couple other motts that I really love. This is my new pattern. So this one, we've got pink pink power. So this was a sheet, just a pink top sheet that I had. It's nice and soft, but it has like a little bit of like a crispness to it. And I decided that I loved the color combo of pink and red. I really wanted to do something, really wanted something in my wardrobe that had this color combo. And so I thought it was perfect to do my straps with red trim. So this is just a store-bought bias red trim. It kind of made it easy, and yeah, I love, love, love it. I have worn this, I've worn it once together, but I've worn the top more back to little denim shorts, which is just like a little bit toned down. The full pink feels a little bit pajama-y, which this is like a lounge set. So of course it looks pajama-y because that's kind of what it is. But I feel like for the city, it's a little too pajama-y. So with denim shorts, it's super, super cute. And this, it's bra friendly, like the straps cover your bra. You can also wear it without a bra just fine. But yeah, I love, love, love this color combo. I kind of want to do more of this, the red and pink together. It feels really like a happy color combination. Okay, and then the other mott set that I've been wearing the heck out of is this one out of a linen that I was gifted from Minerva. So this is their print on demand linen, and I really loved this print, and it made up so well in this little set, and it's so comfortable and really, really, really easy to wear. So I've worn it several times together, which is a little bit more of like a statement. And then I've also worn the top back to my denim shorts. So that look for me is really easy. And I just wear it with like little sandals or my Birkenstocks, and some like gold jewelry. And I feel really put together, super, really easy. And this top is very cool because you have, I mean, it's like, doesn't stick to you at all. So the air and wind kind of goes under and it keeps you really cool. So I love this. This fabric is really great quality. I was really impressed. And I'm loving the natural fibers with the silk organza, the linen, loving, loving, loving the way the natural fibers feel on the body. I really notice the difference. So cotton, linen, silk, yes. Okay, the very last thing I want to show you is one that I made for my small fashion brand, Lindy Lindy. So I also launched the mott with ready-made items for my slow fashion brand. So I had upcycled a beautiful tablecloth with this fun crochet also all along it, and then I did it down the center back. So the back is kind of fun, has this little peekaboo thing. And then I did some trim along the straps as well. And then I decided that it looked really fun with the blue. So I did the shorts as the set. So it's a set together with the stripe. I thought the stripe was so fun. It was like such a nice way to pick up the blue. And this was actually a sheet, or no, it was a tablecloth. It was actually a tablecloth. But it had this trim, little eyelet trim. So I just left it. I was like, I love the way that looks on the bottom. And so they have this cute little trim. So this is available on my website. There's several that I did. I think I did, I don't know, 5 or 6, I think I launched with. So there's still a few available on my site. And I had so much fun putting combos together and working with the old fabrics. So it was really, really fun to launch the new pattern and then also the new styles of my slow fashion brand. Okay, so I think that's it for me today. Just lots of summer things. I have still so many things to sew, and I did actually go to my local fabric store the other day and I bought several new fabrics, I think 4. Oh no, and I really love them and I really want to sew with them now. And so there's one set that I think is going to kind of move itself to the front of the line. So maybe I'll do another fabric haul video and share. I got some really cute fabrics, and I'm feeling pretty inspired. Creativity and inspiration kind of goes in waves, and I feel really inspired with some of the fabrics that I have. So I'm gonna do some late summer sewing, And yeah, I hope that you're enjoying the end of summer or end of winter, depending on which hemisphere you're in. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.